What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel, Easy HVAC. Hope you're all having a great day. We've got a unit that is not cooling. It serves a basketball gym, or a basketball court. So we're gonna check it out, check things out, and see what we can find, and see why it's not cooling. So let's get to it. Alright guys, so I've got the unit here. This is the unit that apparently is having some issues. That is not cooling the basketball court. It is a Lennox unit, an old Lennox unit. But yeah, we're just gonna dive in and see what we can find. Okay, so far the unit is not running. The power is on, but I don't feel the blower. So let's open it up and see what we find. So there's the reason for our unit not running. I don't know if you can see that on the camera, but the motor is on right now. It's spinning. But look at the belt. The belt has come off the motor, so we have absolutely no airflow. This belt's in pretty bad shape too. Probably have bad pulleys as well, or sheaves. You can see it's cracked. So, whenever the belt broke off, obviously it probably put or locked out the compressors on low suction pressure. Whenever you have no airflow, your suction pressure drops, your superheat drops, your saturation temperature drops, and that's what leads to freeze-ups from the suction line, from the evaporator to the suction line, all the way down to the compressor. So yeah, we will definitely need a new belt. Let's see what size this is. Alright, we've got a 5VX 670 belt. So we'll definitely need a new one of those. Let me make sure this spins. Alright, so our blower section spins freely. I don't hear any grinding or anything from the bearings. Yeah, we're rocking with the MB2 bag from Vito. It's a pretty nice bag. I mean, it's just, I would say it's pretty much my everyday carry now. I actually switched from the Klein tool bag that I have. I switched to this. I've had this for a while, but I lost it and I couldn't find it for a while. And I just recently found it, and I'm gonna start using it again. It's a great bag. I had an MB3, but unfortunately that ended up getting damaged. So I had to go back to the MB2. But I want to get the new MB4 bag that Vito just came out with. That has the well, for one, it's bigger than this, and it has backpack straps on the back. See, this bag doesn't have any straps. So, but the backpack straps would be nice, and you can just carry it over, carry it on your back, and it's very lightweight. And you can fit practically everything that you need. So yeah, but let's look in here, and I know we're gonna get some type of alarm, and there it is, alarm code 23. Okay, so if we go over here, it'll tell us the alarm code and what it means. Let's see, there's 23. Okay, low pressure. Yep. Opened. a certain amount of times during a demand, and is defined by ECTO 1.13 or 4.15 reset to restore. Reset to restore the operation. Yeah, so like I said, you know, these compressors went off on low suction pressure. But let's keep going, see if we have any loose wires or, you know, bad contactors, bad capacitors. All right, so here are our capacitors. Wires are tight. I'm gonna turn the unit off. Don't want to get shocked. Safety first. All right, so the unit is off. And of course, every time we turn the power off, let's make sure we don't have any. Let's make sure that disconnect is working, and make sure we don't have any power. All right. So I've got my meter on. As you can see, we've got 0 volts there. Let's go ahead and switch to the other leg. No voltage. All right, let's get the other leg. And no power. Let's check each leg to ground. Nothing there. Nothing there. And we've got nothing there. Okay, so we have enough power. All right, let's go over here to our capacitors. I don't see anything that's swollen. No capacitors are swollen or leaking oil. Wires are nice and tight. Let's check out our ice cube relays. I don't see. I'm looking for like cracks. A lot of times these ice cube relays can get cracked and really loose. And that obviously will cause some issues for the condensing fan motors. The wires are nice and tight. And I'm not seeing any cracks or any type of damage. Okay, so those look good so far. All right, let's come over here to our contactors. It feels tight. Wires going down to our compressors. And we'll have to check the contacts themselves. Let's see, compressors. That's nice and tight. It's nice and tight. Yeah, guys, always check your wire connections. I've come up to a lot of units where contactor wires are loose, or I've seen where the connections on the capacitors are super loose, or just literally just barely connected. I mean, so you can actually save a lot of time, and I mean, you can figure out, you know, a lot of issues just by checking your wiring connections. Missing a cap there. Where's the cap? A lot of times technicians will take the cap off and they'll forget to put it back on, and they'll You know, sometimes they'll throw it on the floor and you'll never see it again. Or they'll throw it somewhere in the unit. Yeah, so I don't see the cap. We'll have to get a cap for that. Let's go back over here to the blower motor. Anytime you have the belt off of the motor, go ahead and give the motor a good spin and listen for any type of grinding. That'll be a good indication that your bearings are bad or going bad. So this motor sounds good. Not hearing any type of grinding or clicking. It spins good. Alright, let's check out the bracket. Look at that, guys. So this bracket is cracked. Cracked right here. Pretty good sized crack. So we definitely need to replace the bracket. This unit probably has some type of vibration, or a lot of vibration too, because the bracket itself is cracked. You can have vibration issues because of that. So yeah, we'll have to replace that. Blower motor is good, but we need a new motor bracket. We need a new belt. Let's check the sheaves or pulleys, however you guys say it. They actually make a tool, a specific tool to check pulleys. I need to get one. I don't have one. You can get them from Amazon. They're pretty cheap, but they're pretty good as far as, you know, checking the condition of your sheaves. I typically have been doing it by feel, and this one feels kind of worn out. And this one feels okay. This actually looks kind of new. This one feels all right. All right, let's open up the evaporator section. Filters look good. Filters are nice and clean. Let's look at the evaporator. Okay, so our evaporator is a little dirty. It's not too bad. Got some dirt streak right here and right here. But other than that, I mean, it's not plugged or anything. But we'll make a note of that. Let's put these filters back. Let's check the condensing fan motors and see if they all spin freely. Yeah, I should be able to get it. I should be able to stick my 11 and 1 in there and see if I can give them a good spin. I don't think I'm gonna be able to reach. Should try something else. climb. My needle nose is in there. That spins pretty good. Alright, so that one spins freely. Let's check this one. That one spins pretty good. All right, let's check the other one. All right, that one spins good. Check this one. Alright, so none of my fan motors are seized or anything like that. Just look at the condenser. Condenser doesn't look too dirty, but you never know. You know, all the dirt could be on the inside of the condenser, between the fins. But from the outside, it doesn't look that dirty. But we'll check our once we get the new belt on, we'll check pressures and see what our head pressure looks like. All right, so we've checked our there's the mud dauber nest. Yeah, you'll see a lot of those in units. Oh, here's the cap. There it is. Yeah, you'll see a lot of those nests in HVAC units or wasp nests. So my advice is always carry a can of wasp spray with you, so you don't get stung. I've also seen black widows in some of these units. They'll be like in the corner, like right here, down here. Yeah, pretty crazy. Tell me, what are some crazy things that you've seen in HVAC units? Let's put this back. Right, so we've done our initial assessment. We've checked all of the wiring connections. We checked the condensing fan motors, and we looked at the blower section, which of course, that was the biggest issue, was the blower motor, or the belt, sorry. So the belt for sure, and the bracket. We're gonna get a new belt. I'm gonna have to see if I even have that size. I may have to go pick it up. But once I get the new belt on, I'm gonna run it and check the system pressures. I'm also gonna have to order this cracked bracket. So we're gonna get a new one, and when the new one comes in, I'll make a video about replacing it and show you guys how to put a new motor bracket in. But if you ever wondered how to adjust the tightness of the belt, I'm going to show you guys how to do that. So you will need a ratchet. You will need a ratchet and 1/2 inch socket. Yeah, 1/2 inch socket and a 3/4 socket. The 1/2 inch is for these screws right here. What you want to do is you're gonna take your ratchet and you're gonna loosen these 2 screws, okay? And there are 2 other screws on the other side of the bracket. So in total, you're going to loosen all 4 screws, and you don't have to take them all the way. You don't have to take them all the way out. You're just gonna loosen them. Just get them loose like that, where the washer is loose. All right, so you're gonna do that for all 4 screws, and then you're gonna take your 3/4 socket, and you're gonna put it on this screw right here. See these 2 screws. So this screw and this screw. This is what moves the motor up and down. Those 2 screws. So with your ratchet and your socket, if you want to move the motor down, and moving the motor down puts more tension on the belt. Okay, if you're dropping the motor, that's gonna pull the belt. It's gonna add tension. That's how you tighten the belt. And you're gonna turn clockwise to drop the motor. But this, you can see this is very loose. It shouldn't be like that. I have to replace this bracket. And then to raise the motor up, or to loosen the belt, you're gonna go counterclockwise. And you'll be able to see, once you start turning those screws, you're gonna see this start moving. It'll either go up, or it'll go down. And if you don't know which way, you can just look here, and you'll be able to see which way it's moving. But down, what you need to know is going down tightens the belt, going up loosens the belt. And that's how you adjust your belt. And typically when you're changing belts, you're supposed to loosen the motor to take the belt off, instead of forcing the belt off, which a lot of us do. A lot of us just, we don't really adjust the motor. We just take the belt off. Yeah, when you're kind of on a time crunch, you may not have a lot of time to sit there and adjust the motor. But technically that's what you're supposed to do to make sure that you're not putting stress on the motor bearings. But yeah, that's how you adjust your belt. It's just those screws, 2 screws here, 2 on the back. You loosen those. You don't have to take them all the way out. Just get them loose, and then you start making your adjustments here with these screws. Okay. But yeah, guys, that's what we got going on today. We're gonna get a new belt. I'm gonna order a new bracket, and we will go from there. So thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. When I get the new bracket in, I'll make a video about how to install that. But if you enjoy the content, please like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you can stay up to date on all future videos. Have a good one, guys. We'll catch you on the next one.